Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. That's right, the video game show that is not hosted by an annoying e-beggar. There is no Patreon, no Super Chats. That's right, we just talk about the games we love and how fun it is to hoard them. Collect them. Now, with that said, let's get ready for the show. On today's episode, this show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello humans, are you ready for physical media to come back? Yes, I'm talking about a groundbreaking development in the world of physical media. Discs are now being engineered to hold more information than the old DVDs ever could. We're talking about petabytes of information, a capacity that could house an entire artificial intelligence. Imagine a portable ChatGPT or Google Gemini on the go. Optical data storage was all the rage in the 90s and early 2000s. It's things like CDs, DVDs, and Blu-ray, and it's made by a laser beam encoding data directly onto the disc. And then a laser in your computer reads that data as it spins. The issue with them is that they couldn't store much data, like 5 to 8 gigs, and when you can buy an external hard drive that stores. A tera for only $100. People prefer that. Scientists are developing what's called IED-PRA, which is an ugly acronym book. It's a great idea that basically thickens the disk with more layers and uses molecules to absorb light on a nanoscale. So instead of relying on light wavelengths, this creates data that is 1/10 of the size of the light used to make it, which allows information to be more densely stored on the petabit. Level 1 petabit is 125 terabytes. You would need a stack of 6 feet or an external hard drive to match that capacity. The disks take up less space, last longer, and are not prone to sudden power surges. Physical media is coming back, baby, in a big way, as reported on Popular Science via Andrew Paul. This DVD-sized disc can store a massive 125,000 gigabytes of data. It can hold the same amount of information as 10,000 Blu-rays. Even in a digital-first world, optical discs like DVDs and Blu-rays still have their many uses. But despite being cheap, sturdy, and small, they can't keep up with today's storage needs. This is because, spatially speaking, optical discs almost always offer just a single 2D layer, that reflective silver underside for data encoding. If you could boost a disk's number of available encodable layers, however, you could hypothetically gain a massive amount of extra space. Researchers at the University of Shanghai for Science and Technology recently set out to do just that and published the results earlier this week in the journal Nature. Using a 54 nanometer laser, the team managed to record 100 layers of data onto an optical disc, with each tier separated by just 1 micrometer. The final result is an optical disc with a 3-dimensional stack of data layers capable of holding a whopping 1 petabit (PB) of information. That's equivalent to 125,000 gigabytes of data. This is a bonkers amount of data compared to what can currently reside on even the most high-end flash or hybrid hard drives, HDDs. As Gizmodo offers for reference, that same petabit of information would require roughly a 6.5-foot tall stack of HDD drives. If you tried to encode the same amount of data onto Blu-rays, you'd need around 10,000 blank ones to complete your extremely inefficient challenge. To pull off their accomplishment, engineers needed to create an entirely new material for their optical discs film, known as, take a big breath here, dye-doped photoresist with aggregation-induced emission luminogens. For brevity's sake, AIE DDPR is apparently just fine too. AIE DDPR film utilizes a combination of specialized photosensitive molecules capable of absorbing photonic data at a nanoscale level, which is then encoded using a high-tech dual laser array. Because AIE DDPR is so incredibly transparent, designers could apply layer upon layer to an optical disc, without worrying about degrading the overall data. This basically generated a 3D box for digitized information, thus exponentially raising the normal-sized disk's capacity. But how much is a petabit really? According to ZME Science, data sets used to train generative AI can include roughly 5.8 billion indexed web pages, totaling about 56 PB of data. So, hypothetically, instead of relying on unsustainably energy-hungry data centers, one could conceivably fit all of ChatGPT's training material in one of those retro CD album trapper keepers from the 2000s. Unfortunately, a CD folder containing enough data to train your own AI program isn't likely to arrive anytime soon. Creating the cutting-edge optical disc reportedly takes quite a while and is still comparatively energy inefficient. Still, researchers believe they can solve for both hindrances with further experimentation and innovation. If so, some of the biggest issues in modern data management could be tackled by literally building upon a decades-old physical format. A reading by Gen X Gamer AI.
New videos every Monday and Sunday. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click that notification bell, and remember, never ever be afraid to be happy. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.